Hey guys, I hate to be the one that normally bring up about negative news, but since it's literally all over the national news today, let's just pray for the family of the victims in that Washington Navy Yard shooting. I'm just right now trying to read the information. I didn't even want to see the news about it. I know my parents were, and it's sad when I get home today after work. I didn't hear anything about it at work from anybody. And then it's pretty sad that my dad tells me he was like, I don't know if you heard or not, but there was a shooting out in D.C. in a neighbor yard. I was like, what? 'Cause I didn't know what was going on. This is all still new to me. And he said this guy just went out, just start shooting people like crazy. And then uh, uh, what I read, I think they shot the guy down, the shooter down. So if I read that correctly, I'm not too sure. But this is nuts because it's bad enough that what we went through last year with the shooter up there in Connecticut when he shot those kids, and then the shooting obviously in that mall last year. No, not the mall, the movie theater in Colorado. I know the whole Casey Anthony case. There's a whole bunch of this weird stuff people do. Obviously, too. I guess people are wondering if it's an act of terrorism. Really, it is because it doesn't have to be. It's not a nationality. People know that by now. It's not a certain nationality when it comes to terrorism. It can just be any lunatic that just, who knows what's going on to somebody's head and he just absolutely lose it. I learned that a long time ago when I used to work at Big Lots because of my furniture manager, department manager. He said, "Hey, you don't know what's going on through somebody's head. They can be cool with you one day, and the next day they may want to blow your head off." Now, obviously, he was kidding, but at the same time, there's a lot of meaning in that. No different from what I just said, as far as we don't know what's going on through people's heads, and obviously, again, only reading on in the articles right now online. I guess a friend of his said he didn't expect that to happen for him to just go to the Navy Yard and just start shooting up people. So again, this is go ahead and just pray for the victims' families because I don't know a lot of information. I know somebody who's watching this, they know a little bit more so, or we're going to find out a lot more too here in the next coming days. This is so sad when you see a tragedy like this. Obviously, a few days after we're remembering 12 years after 9/11, and then you see something like this happen on military grounds too. Another point my dad brought up is it kind of reminds you of the shooting that happened in Texas a few years ago as well. So it's absolutely wild. This is absolutely wild. I wanted to take a comment, well not a comment, I wanted to talk mainly about the Monday night game because being football being my background, I'm still playing semi-pro. Um, and like I said, this we gotta pray for the victims' families. That's just nuts seeing that. But yeah, going to what I was talking about just a few moments ago about the game later on tonight, we'll find out to see. It's still too early to call it. It's always like that when it comes to football. Um, can't take anything away from the Bengals because they did play pretty well too. Obviously, it was emotional for James Harrison going against his former team as well too. And Steelers, since I'm a offensive lineman, I always look at stuff like that when it comes to the big boys in the trenches. It's just young offensive line right now with the Steelers. People can talk about they're always going to blame the quarterback. The critics always are, but it really offensive line is still young. It's unfortunate that Pouncey got hurt the first game, but with it being early in the season, they do still have a chance to gel. So can't really count them out too right away. Obviously, a lot of people, such as myself, are expecting the Bengals to do some big things this year as far as like winning this division because we're not too sure if Baltimore might try to make a run of it because they got a lot of new faces. I mean, a lot of new faces. The Browns, not too sure about them as well too. They're still young as well. I mean, it's just talent across 32 teams in the NFL. You're not an NFL team and for nothing. I mean, some people can say, "Oh man, this guy sucks," or whatnot, watching him on TV. But when you make a roster in the NFL, that's elite status. So that's why it's just so tough to tell, especially this early in the season right now. I mean, we're ready to write up some teams that are like 2-0. It seems like, and then this team that's 0-2, and even though they can go through all the percentages, I don't know the numbers as far as making it to the playoffs. But I'm just saying, don't count them out because we're way too early. We got 14 more games left in the season, and we're jumping ship and getting off ship or whatever. So let's just sit back and watch. And again, just continue to pray for those victims out there that shooters today.